Hey, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Quarbit, and I'll be your host today for Europa Universalis 4. Welcome back to episode 16 of our Luck of the Irish achievement run here as Ulster. As promised at the end of last episode, today we'll be forming Ireland because we happen to get ourselves Admin Tech 10, and, well, there's just a couple of nice things you can do with this. Well, I suppose you can do these things first of all. But we can also form the Irish nation, which I believe has better ideas than Ulster. At least when I checked them, at least to me, they appeared like they did have better ideas. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. Me those new traditions and ambitions. Well, first of all, let me look at these ones. Leader without upkeep is okay. Yearly prestige is actually decent. Diplo rep is pretty decent. Attrition for enemies is less useful. For us, at least. It can be really useful, but just not for us. Merc maintenance is, it's okay. National manpower modifier is pretty solid. Construction cost is a garbage ambition. Missionary strength for heretics is okay. Well, I shouldn't say garbage, it's just not as good as it could be. Really, like, it's okay, but it's not that good. Foreign spy detections, alright. Especially later on, that spy network construction is, it's okay, really? I guess for faster sieges, even faster. Fort defense is, well, it's whatever. Anyways, with our new ambitions, the Irish ones, we get shock damage received, which is fantastic. Cost of advisors with a ruler's culture is amazing, actually. If we manage to get some... Actually, it looks like they're all Irish, which means... Except for you, you're English. Anyways, any of the Irish advisors are very, very nice now, because they're a 20% cost decrease. Which is really easy to stack, actually. It's kind of really good. Anyways, we also get ourselves missionary strength versus heretics, so it's the exact same thing as we had already. The national unrest, -2, which is brilliant. The trade efficiency, which is great. Morale of armies, which is great. Yearly legitimacy, which is not really that good as an ambition, but the discipline is much appreciated. So, overall, that's your review of the Irish ideas versus... Okay, anyways, that's your review of the Irish ideas versus the Ulster ones. We also get this really nice green color. I love this map color, actually. It's one of my favorites. Let's grab ourselves... Religious, I think, is what I said I might do. If you guys want to change that later, that's totally up to you, because I will be handing off this save in the Discord. So if you'd like to go and grab this save and keep using it yourself, it will be in a very dedicated Discord channel in my Discord that will hold probably all the saves from here until the end of time. All the ones that I'll be handing off anyways. Some of them you probably wouldn't want because they're not that useful, but anyways. Ooh, baby, let's take a look at this. The Church of Ireland stands alone. Ooh, that sounds nice. Or... That's so weird. Is this an Irish event? Early Reformers? It might be, actually. Church of Ireland shall stand alone, because I don't think England liking me very much is going to really change anything in the course of history here. So we're going to keep it the way it is. I think I'll also do a little bit of conversion, actually. Probably be nice. Let me swap to stability. That'll be kind of nice to have, because there's a bit of unrest that's going to happen in here for a little while, but we're going to have that more than Irish thing, which is nice, as well as the fervent focus on stability will be quite nice. Alright. Things are looking good for now. Let's bump that up and let's get ourselves... I think we became a kingdom, actually, which is nice. But let me go and assign that extra diplomat to Outraged. It looks like the coalition is disbanding. I'm a little confused about it, to be honest with you. But I think that's like a diplomatic tag update, because I swapped tags. So they rechecked their... They rechecked all of their purposes and stuff. Or all of their diplomatic things that they had with me. Which kind of makes sense, actually. Because some of them no longer fulfilled the requirements, or some of them just realized, oh, there's just no point, you know? But anyways. Okay, someone's re-entered. Are people going to re-enter now? Because they checked the first time and then they're doing more monthly checks? They might. Anyways, all of that overextension is gone, which will be very nice for my national unrest. Oh, Oh right, increased centralization? I kind of forgot that was a thing. However, our more than Irish, you know, kind of counteracts that and does a little more. But yeah, I mean, our national unrest is going down, so hopefully we don't see a Frisian separatist revolt in here, which appears to actually have disappeared. Ooh, interesting. I think I just did something interesting here. I think changing tags just got rid of separatism. No, it didn't. No, it did not. But what? There really should still be separatism in these areas. So now I'm confused. But it might have gotten rid of some years of separatism. Or, no, sorry, this guy is a conqueror, so he got rid of some of the years of separatism, which I guess helped out with this area here a lot, but a little more than I would have expected, to be honest with you. Interesting. That's kind of cool, actually. Kind of forgot he had that special ability, which is really nice. Now, all we're going to wait for is another war with England, and then we can clean up this Let's Play. Probably. Let me go and grab that. That's what I was saving for. Superior unit types, the Tercio Infantry. Yeah, seems fine to me. Okay, now what kind of ideas do we have today in terms of actual content? Because I haven't done much. I kind of formed Ireland and showed you the ideas, despite the fact you might have seen them already. I don't want to lose... I'm going to cheat the system, which is really convenient to have right now, actually. But let me go and grab my, you know, my good old reform here, and then I'll accept this for some free loyalty. So what do we want here? Advisor costs, I could keep on stacking ridiculously. Or I can save an admin per month for the rest of the game. Once it's, you know, relevant. Which it will not be relevant for a very long time. What about innovative here? Do you guys not talk to each other? You guys do not talk to each other because you're within the same group. Okay. So you guys can't actually, like, create your own. Yeah, that makes sense. Alright, so that administrative policy thing would actually not be useful until I take at least a fourth group. Because these three groups don't actually, you know, mix together to create an administrative policy. So, other than, I guess, something about the clergy, it wouldn't actually be that useful. The burghers would have a little more influence, which is not usually what I want to do. But, in this case, I think I'm going to go ahead with it. Because I want that advisor cost. I'm kind of addicted to advisor cost. Once I've played England once and got like a minus 50%, I just can't stop myself at this point. But yeah, trying to just decrease this cost is... oh, so nice. So nice. Hold on, I'm confused. Advisor cost minus 20%, but it's minus... never mind, yeah, inflation. My inflation's massive. I didn't really even think about that till now, because I usually don't have to look at inflation. I usually don't do this whole thing here, but I guess I'll drop it by 1. And I will, of course, do this. Which totally works out in the end. Okay, solid. Some people are in the coalition, but it's not that bad. Yeah. I kind of had the thought that nothing would happen out of this. It's good that it actually works now. Oh my god, my High King is going to make me lose my mind. Well connected as well. Ooh, that is spicy. That's gonna make me sweat because that's looking so nice. If you can't tell, advisor cost is one of my favorite things to mess around in the game with. I could probably actually afford a level 2 guy now, unlike everyone. Yes, I could. I think I'll go for missionary strength in this guy so I can convert a little bit faster. Any half-cost guys are obviously very much appreciated, but I don't think I have any of those. Improve relations helps with the aggressive expansion, obviously, and I think I will go ahead and probably pick up a... I don't know, do I need more land force limit? Not really. But I don't really need the discipline either, and you're more expensive than usual, which is weird. I don't know why that is, so I think I'll keep this the same, to be honest with you. I also didn't really set today's timer, but I'm going to take a quick guess and, you know, sort of guess that we're 10 minutes in here today. And guessing is not usually something you should do. You should always kind of check. But my intuition happens to be right today. That is crazy. Okay. Looking solid here. Let me grab a few more buildings, I think. Unless they're garbage, which they very well might be. I don't see anything around here. Trade is... Nah, no, there's really nothing here. Unless I want to give Gloucester like a marketplace, I guess. Nothing too great. I may or may not want to move my... Yeah, probably do. Probably do want to move my my collection node over here. Just move myself into London. But I don't own that much of this. It's kind of a problem. 6.41 here. I'm making so much more, though. I really am making so much more. And I do get a penalty from not collecting here, I'm pretty sure. Ireland. Yep. Collect from trade, not in your main trade city, so we're not making that much. I could be making a hell of a lot more. So I may as well move this into London. Costs us a little bit of, you know, Diplo, but that's alright. And I'll change you, or maybe you'll auto-change? No, I have to transfer from the North Sea. Which I probably won't end up transferring as much, but I should be making... Oh my god, yeah, that's a lot of money. Oh, baby, that's a lot of money. That's some good stuff, actually. Yeah, I'm pretty content with that. Should have done that a little earlier, but that's 20 ducats a month, which is satisfactory to say the least. I should probably make London into a state, just so that I can boost up its natural harbor a little, because the trade power is already really nice in there. But just doing this would go that extra little step. Could even give it to the burghers, but that influence might be dangerous. Let me check. Yeah, that's way too dangerous. But if we do this calculation check, did that just go down? Am I losing my mind or something? I might be losing my mind. I think that just went down, which is weird, but okay. We increased the trade, and yet this went down. Probably for some unrelated reason then. Let's see where we make more money. Protecting trade in the English Channel makes us lose money, apparently. How much am I making on trade? 19.63. Because usually this thing doesn't actually know what it's talking about. So let me check this. Instead of 19.63, in this next month we make significantly less. So this game likes to lie. Okay. Not the North Sea. I want you in the English Channel. Yeah, this game doesn't really understand its own calculations sometimes, so you just sort of have to give it a quick nudge in the right direction. Or check it out yourself, really. Sometimes it really doesn't work the way as intended, so... Liège, welcome back to the Coalition. Hope you find a nice place to stay here, because there aren't that many people who aren't even allowed to be here. The Palatinate, wonderful. Lose a stability. Oh, my favorite. Thank you, game. That's what I wanted right now. Dissolution of the monasteries. I did do that, didn't I? I definitely did do that. Let me spend that as well. Yeah. I'm looking for... I kind of want +1 stab, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of want +1 stab. The reason is because prosperity. Prosperity is massive, and I kind of want to keep that prosperity and its chance to increase in certain areas. Also, let me do the check here. I know up here is worth actually a lot. If I do this, prosperity can build even without me spending, which is good. That's what I want. And as for the other states, we have the West Midlands, which are these ones here. You can start building your prosperity. Scottish Marches. Marches. Oh, I thought that said marshes. Marches, apparently. Interesting. We can get ourselves Yorkshire, which is... That's Wessex, sorry. This is Yorkshire. Which is not really that heavy in dev, but it does have York, which I'd like to upgrade. So we'll start off with that. I think that should make us more money. Yeah, a little bit more. I can't really state core all of it, but I can at least start with that. So we can build... It can build a little bit of prosperity each month, which is nice. At least get something like that going. Because prosperity is just one of those underrated mechanics. The local goods produce is fantastic. It's really, really nice. We just lost our amazing general, which kind of sucks. And we don't have another one. Though I can ask for one. Which I will do. Not really that good. I might hire another one if war breaks out, but at least I'll have this guy to start off with. Manpower is nearly capped, which is not what I like to see. Usually that means I'd go to war with someone, but, you know, if you remember this situation, maybe it's not a good idea. You know, maybe. If I got some new allies, maybe the coalition would drop away and I'd have some more diplomatic freedom. But there aren't that many people who like me. So, I mean, there's someone in the New World. Hey, hello. Not very useful, but cool. You exist. Venice might be okay, but Venice, I think, fell off a little bit. Yeah, I think they did. Not to Austria, but... Oh, geez, Venice is... Oh, that is a fat state. Oh, my God. I really want to play Venice one day, because this one state to start off with is just so massive. Wow. Other than that, yeah, they kind of fell off. Corfu was taken. Naxos was taken. Still have Crete, though, which is nice. Don't remember if they owned something over here. I feel like they might have. I feel like something here was definitely owned by Venice at some point. Yep, that's a core of Venice, but not from the start of the game. This one, I feel like Dalmatia is... Maybe I'm going crazy, but I feel like Venice owned Dalmatia. Maybe. Oh, Heir, really? Really corruption increase? You're gonna do that to me? You aren't even that good of an heir. I think I might just get rid of you, actually. A 430? Get out of my sight. Let's also get ourselves a new ability. This one's probably not in our best interest, to be honest with you. This one's not very useful anymore. This one's probably our best interest. Getting the floating batteries. Blockade impact on siege is like a +1 on all coastal sieges, so we'll go ahead and grab that. Now, I need a new heir because we had to get rid of that old guy, or, you know, the 15-year-old in my court. We had to get rid of him because he's not very good. Not very good at all. Go and grab this here. Should I expel? Potentially from Wales because... Well, I mean, are we a union? No, we're not a union of any culture group, which is actually one of the... That's actually a really big problem for Ireland, that they're not a union of British or even Celtic cultures. And Britain is for some reason French, even though I thought they were closer to Celtic, but I don't know, I'm no real historian here. So, for some reason, I mean, yeah, no, it's not, that makes no sense. Ireland is not a union of Celtic cultures, and I'm pretty sure Britain is a union of British cultures, if I remember correctly, unless I'm losing my mind or something. It very well could be wrong, but I thought at least Ireland would get a small bonus, like at least something. Gotta give them something every now and then, but no. That's a rip. A little bit unfortunate. Could grab this one. War exhaustion. Ooh, the advisor cost is calling my name. I don't know. Might have to take it. We would have time, and it really would just decrease the cost of this anyway. It's already 447, which is a pretty decent cost here, but I reckon I can get it down to around like 430. It looks like Europe's actually at war with each other. Like the whole thing is just... No, never mind, it's just Austria and the Ottomans. Fair enough. I guess Austria got free of Hungary in some capacity, maybe they just let them go. That's what it looks like, at least. But Austria's getting crushed. Because you decided to ally Bosnia like a fool. You also scored an alliance with Muscovy, which is so weird, but oh well. Oh, okay, never mind. Not Muscovy anymore. Russia. Interesting. Now, I don't like this heir. This heir is worse than the last heir, I think. I think at least the last heir was like a 340, but this guy is just garbage. I do not like disinheriting twice. Especially when I'll have to wait 15 years to disinherit again. Though I might do it. I might do it. Like, the last guy was 7 points, you're 6 points. Like, you're even worse than the last guy. The average is 9, by the way. So, 2 below average rolls is just a massive shame, really. Bit of a shame. Did I lose my admiral? Oh, shoot, I did. Okay. I don't want to ask for a new one. At all, really. Unless... Well, I don't know. We'll wait until we at least take the next Diplotech. And then we'll ask for an admiral if we really need one. I don't know if we do, so... Oh, that's another coalition member. Austria themselves. Interesting. A rivalry and a couple problems. Thank you, Austria, for doing this whole thing for me. I guess, convenient as it is, that kind of works out. Weirdly convenient, but convenient. Issue an embargo. Am I embargoing everyone? No, I am not embargoing the Papal States. Right, that was also a relatively new one there. It's a lot of power projection we have here, which is nice for global trade and making those spicy ducats. Very nice indeed here. Ooh, a bit of Diplo or some prestige. I kind of want the prestige, because I want to build up enough to disinherit this garbage heir. Again. In fact, I might just do it now. Might do it again. Brings me down to minus, but I can get it, you know, I can get it going real fast. And our guy is nice and young. 30 years old is young enough to have children, so hopefully he gets a new one. I'm playing with the devil here, rolling the dice in hell, pretty much, to see if I can get an heir before my High King dies. I'll probably be fine, but you know, probably not the best idea. I'll also take that, even though they hate me now, because I can do this, and I can do... Which one do I want? An admiral or an explorer? Maybe an admiral. Maybe I do want an admiral instead. Because the explorer doesn't have much for me to do right now. Unless I wanted to, like, go full-on world conquest, start down here, go around and start conquering things. Which, you know what, fair enough, might be an okay thing to do. But in that case, I just send a colonist here, right? Like, it's not that important, I just send a colonist here. Speaking of which, let me just... Oh, right now I'm expelling, my bad, I can't do that. Forgot. That's fine. Okay, what else is on today's menu of things to do? I mean, honestly, it's a little bit of a waiting game. It's a little bit of a waiting game until people are less angry at me. And after they're less angry, I can go and conquer more of England and just finish off the whole campaign here and hand it off to you guys. But I at least want to get a pretty decent start. So if I were you guys, what would I want to have when starting a campaign when it's already been started, you know? Well, maybe I would want one of these areas here. Because that's some good trade that you can get in the Ivory Coast. And instead of sending it to Sevilla, maybe they could send it over to, you know, the English Channel. Which is quite nice. I would also perhaps release this as a vassal, but at this point, why would I do that? I would probably sooner have someone of this culture here so I can move in this direction, because Lübeck is a trade node that I'd like to, you know, dip my feet into a little bit. So I'd probably create a Westphalian vassal, which would have a nicer time with unrest and stuff. Ooh, actually, this is a great deal. That's a massive deal. 15 prestige? Okay, the game's just feeding me prestige to feed my addiction of getting rid of bad heirs. The game's feeding my addiction in this case. I don't know. Is that such a good thing? Such a good thing? This game feeds everyone's addiction anyway, so I'm sure I'm not too special here. Now, this is a bit of a shame. I kind of wanted to spawn in my country, but I mean, technically, it didn't really even have to spawn in Germany. I think it has a bit of a bias towards spawning in Germany. But yeah. Okay, don't scare me like that. This game is definitely scaring me. I'm like, why did it just spawn? No, it's because they just dev'd. They definitely just dev'd last month. Okay. The game just scared me, and I'm like, why are you generating when you don't have, you know, when you don't have reformed or anything? And I was checking if it did, which would be cursed, but okay. At the rate that we're going here, we're gonna grab it in pretty much forever, so I'm going to try and boost that rate so that it, you know, turns out to be before the end of time. At least in my capital. And, oh jeez, that's kind of slow, huh? Because we're reformed, but really not doing that much. It's not doing that much for us. Local goods produced in, isn't that in Germany? Local goods produced, which only helps trade value and not me? Yeah, that's not super useful for me. Let's go and get ourselves some admin. Because I can at least start coring a couple of these things. But I kind of do want this first. So that I can at least be, you know, somewhere along the lines of not getting unbalanced research by the time I take the next Miltech. Speaking of Miltech, I'm a little close to getting capped here, so I think I'll... You know what? I like you as a general. You are solid as a general. As for everything else, I just spawn a few, just in case. No, this one's kind of garbage, okay. Other than that, I'll just throw in a couple of mill points into our capital at some point. If I'm getting capped, then that's what I'll do. Okay, I think France actually doesn't need to be improved. That's a weird priority they have here. Target outraged, and yet France is my ally, so you don't really need to do that. I would much prefer someone else who's in the coalition. Austria will never leave. Gelra, perhaps, maybe, who I am automatically or already doing that in. Who apparently everyone's kind of angry at them for doing some conquest. Interesting. We have Cologne here, who pretty far up the list on anyway, so that means the next time I reload the game they should leave, in theory at least. Nassau, the Palatinate. Actually, you know what, we're doing pretty much fine. That's probably why it chose France, because there's not much else in the... There's like no one else in the entire HRE that wouldn't leave the coalition on the next check, so do that, and we'll get ourselves Benign Neglect, which is Settler Chance, very nice, and of course the Global Trade Power. As well as, you know, gets us that extra advisor cost, which is extra nice. Yep, that's 2 ducats a month for a level 2 advisor. You see what I'm getting at here? You see that? That's some nice stuff. And if we look at a level 3, which I don't think we even have access to yet, to be honest with you. I don't think we're gonna get level 3s for a little while. For some odd reason, they just don't seem to be spawning. But once that happens, I'm kind of guessing they won't cost more than... Well, I think they have a base of 16, right? I think it goes up quadratically, so you have 1, then 4, then 16. Which is not how quadratics work, I don't think. But anyways, it goes up by a certain amount. No, yeah, it is quadratically, but anyways. So 16, I believe, is the base cost, or it's 8, but I think it's 16, of a level 3. But we can basically cut that down to 8. 8 ducats a month, which is pretty ridiculous, actually, if you think about it. If they're Irish, then that's definitely 8 ducats a month on a level 3 advisor. A little bit ridiculous. Just a little bit. Go and do this. The clergy will be angry, but I can pay off the clergy for no issue at all. And I think I can start increasing some of these things. Like this over here. Might even make London into a world port. Because I am making a lot of money. Really depends, though. I might make buildings instead. 8 over there, 8 over there. No, there's not really much in here, to be honest with you. Not much at all. And that will be the low cost of 440. Pretty solid, if I do say so myself here. It's only going to take us about 2 years. I'd reckon maybe 2.5? Or maybe just over 2, actually. Because the institution penalty will go up, but not really that much. Don't know what happened to the audio there, but that was weird. Let me change this, and... Sorry, not no edict, but I do want this. I'm going to dump a few of these points into here. Just to make it go up a little bit faster. This doesn't do too much for us, but the cost to really get these things, to get the institutions, is relatively the same. I think it goes up slightly as your capital is larger, but usually, generally, it's around 2,100. So I'm okay with dumping, you know, several military points at a time here into this capital. Because it'll make the growth go up faster as well. Oh, wow, the game is not in my favor today here. I'm not a fan of that. I'm not really a fan of that at all. Wow, that's unfortunate. I disinherited 2 heirs, one of which, the first one was pretty bad, okay? I think that was like a 4-3. Not that good. Or a 4-3-0. Then we got a... what was that? A 1-3-1, which is even worse. Now we have a 3-1-0, which is even worse if you can believe it. So we went from 7 to like 5 points, and now we're down to 4 points. So I'm a little astonished right now as to how bad my luck is here. That's just really unfortunate. God, yeah, that's a shame. And if I were to take this now, it'd be kind of interesting. I think many factories we can get naturally, and same with global trade. In fact, my goal, or I guess it would be your guys' goal, would be to get global trade spawned in here. Spawned in naturally. Either in like London or something. Probably in London, to be honest with you. Because currently the English Channel, I don't think it's the highest, you know, value trade node in the world. Let's see, should not be the... oh, right, it's your capital. Ah, shoot, I forgot how that works. It checks your capital, not your collecting node, which is stupid. So if we wanted to, you know, that's really up to you at this point, but you could technically move your capital to London, which is exceedingly cursed. But in any case, you would still get a really fast spread because, well, it's the English Channel. And you make a lot of trade power in here, so... anyways, that one's up to you. Not really up to me as much. Let me wait a few seconds here. We will collect, and then I will say my goodbyes. In fact, I'll just do that right now. And probably bump you up to a world port or something. We'll figure it out next episode. For now, though, I believe the timer went off a little while ago. So, we're going to, well, we're just going to say our goodbyes for now. Hopefully you enjoyed today's episode. And finally forming Ireland, which took a little while here. For now, this is Quarbit signing off, and as always, have a fantastic day. I'd like to give a massive thanks to the following February patrons. In the $1 tier, we have Quiet Guy, Dylan M, Quangersol, and Rising Runner. In the $5 tier, we have Odie, and in the $20 tier, we have Chewy Shoot. Thank you guys so much for your donations. You're helping to move this channel forward, and I can't possibly thank you enough.